What's up, traders? I just got here. I'm technically on vacation in Breckenridge, but I just wanted to show you guys the view. Very nice background behind me. Got here just in time to do the weekly update. I'm going to stay consistent because consistency is key. I'm also on battery, so we got to do this in one take. Let's go. So, man, what a crazy freaking week last week. I honestly did not believe that we were going to return to where we are right now. But I'm going to start with the stock markets real quick first. So basically, the trade, which is based on, of course, the false breakout that the stock market did on February 24th, been talking about it every damn week, it finally has shown some oomph. And of course, that is both in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. We had that little dip down earlier in the week. That was on March the 14th, and then we just rally from there. It's been kind of face ripping, actually. It's making me a little nervous, honestly, because we basically now come back down to the 50% level of the big move down for quarter one of 2022. So I am definitely looking come Monday. I'll be on Discord just like a normal day. I got to wake up 2 hours freaking earlier. But I want to start looking for some actual short hedges, believe it or not. And so that is what I'm going to be looking for in the stock market. Bitcoin. Now, I've been watching this for a while. Specifically, last week, something very interesting happened. There was this volatility quake that happened on March the 15th. I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday night. And what's interesting about it is it happened on every single crypto, on every single exchange. And that is not something that I was used to seeing. And it kind of gave me a little spidey sense that possibly this consolidation of Bitcoin was going to break out. But it's not really having the kind of breakout momentum that I really want to see breaking out of this wedge. So, what I've been telling people is wake up, because this consolidation at some point will end. And if you want to jump it, I'm not going to be mad at you if you have a stop below the consolidation if you want to go bullish, because we finally did what I've been telling people to look for, this break of the volatility spike. It triggered it here basically on, what was that? Yeah, the FOMC. Interestingly enough, let's talk about that for a second. I thought that interest rates going up was going to make the stock market go down. That's what the news has been telling me. I thought that Ukraine war, as long as there is the danger of nuclear war, the stock market is going to go down. Well, apparently, we've entered into a situation of bull market don't care with this recent rally. Now, I know a lot of perma bears think that this is just a dead cat rally, perhaps, and it is not going to continue. But we shall see. I'm playing it, as I said, the trade never stopped out, because I'm going to look at sentiment as I would a trade. As long as we don't break that February 24th low, I'm long. I'm long the market, and we're going to see what happens there. A couple of stocks to look at with the trades for the last couple of weeks. If you've been following on Discord, Palantir. It's funny. I posted this Palantir trade, and this is actually a crowdsourced trade. This right here, we picked it up on March the 15th by Paper Trade Sherpa Frank in the Discord. I have on the Discord alerts set up looking for these volatility spikes that I look for in all situations. And I'm encouraging people to just tell me, what symbols do you want me to look at and add to the Discord? Now, a lot of people charge hundreds of dollars for this kind of thing, and I just want to crowdsource it for my opportunities. A little selfish that way. But, whew, I'm getting like 9,000 feet. I can feel the air change. So, anyway, basically what happened here on Palantir is we got to that all important 10 psychological level. It spiked out on the February the 24th, and then I got another sign for this 30-minute right here back at 10. Kissed it. Yeah, kissed right about, not quite to 10, but there's the setup on the 30-minute. And what's funny is I posted this into a Palantir chat on another Discord, and I look back for the month of 2021, everyone was talking about Palantir. Everyone was buying and dollar cost averaging in through this whole mess. But really, now we're starting to break to the actual upside, make new highs, and no one's talking about it. That's the way the market is. You can't follow the hype. Tesla. Tesla is now back at this all-important 900 level. This was the level that was the trade back in December. Didn't quite make a new all-time high at 1200 is where it stopped out. Breached it during this growth correction, and we really, really need to break 900. It closed above it, but we really need to see some price action here for Tesla to get bullish again. Those are some interesting stocks to look at in the growth tech sector. Some of the darlings of last year are potentially coming back. Now, they need to really show some life, or else it's going to be a disaster for a lot of people. AMD is another pickup coming off its lows. ExxonMobil. This, I think, has finally had its pullback. It lost its halfway point. But that doesn't mean I think that the run in oil is over. So oil, actually, it held, let's bring up the retracements levels here. It actually held the 50% retracement of the December to the new high rally right here, 96.30, let's call it. And that's where it's going back. I think it's going back to 112. So a lot of people thought this was a blow off top in oil. I don't think we're going to necessarily make a new high, but I do think we're going to retest this high on oil. I think, though, in the longer term, I'm reminded of when I started trading years ago, where oil liked to hang out between 110 and 90 back 10 years ago, a decade ago. This is where the oil producers begin to turn on, and yeah, they become profitable. So I think supply and demand is going to kind of kick in at this point. So if you're driving a gas guzzling car, I really think for the next year, maybe 2-3 years, gas is going to probably be at around $4 and above. See, what are we looking at? So Ethereum, we'll touch back on this again, is also showing a little bit of life outside the consolidation. And a lot of this rally, I think, and I don't really go in fundamentals, I think a lot of this is due to Ethereum 2.0, which, as you know, for the last 6 years has been only 6 months away. Now it's only weeks away. So that is coming up as well. Gold and silver, these are potential breakouts that I think a lot of people are watching. That's gold. I think gold is kind of failing this breakout. Silver, this is actually the one that I chose, taking this breakout. It has pulled back and held the 25, 26 level. I'm still long silver. The reason I prefer silver over gold is because there's more of an upside to the high. Gold, on the other hand, if you look at it in the broader perspective, it did not really break the all-time high. I know a lot of people got really hyped when it came up here at the beginning of March, but you really got to break that high. If it starts to kind of get back in this range, watch out. You don't want to see that. Some other stocks, Amazon, which is one of my high confidence trades after the split. As you guys know, I was very upset with myself that I did not get the chance to pick up at the 50% retracement 2 days. This is the 50% retracement going back all the way to March, the COVID low, up to the all-time high. It pegged that on March the 8th. That really told me I wanted to get long. And then I got freaking blessed with an opportunity here to go long on the 50% inside this 50%. In fact, I made a post about this because it was actually so beautiful. You have this rally that comes from the announcement of the split. It pulls back and it hits this 50% level. I was even able to add to girlfriend's account because she gives Amazon a lot of money. There was even a small short-term 5-minute pullback right here. So it's so cool to me to see this play out. This is why I make these videos, because I think the price action can actually be beautiful. I really do, where you have a 50% retracement of a major trend, comes down from the COVID low to the all-time high, holds it 2 days before a major announcement, and then I'm looking for an opportunity. I finally get a pullback to the 50% on the swing trading time frame, 30-minute, and then within there, the day trading time frame of 5-minute, I get a 50% little trend right there in the evening. Come back there, boom, holds, never look back from 28.37. So I love it. That's why I do this. I really like it. What else? I've talked very quickly. VIX. All right, let's close out on the VIX. The VIX has been the story. the VIX has absolutely been the story of this market correction because it's all been based on fear. Fear primarily began with interest rates going up and people thinking that, well, there's no free money anymore, so growth is going to fall off. And that's what really triggered the 24th low, January 24th low, which made a high at 39, let's call it. Well, we had the invasion of Ukraine. That was on February 24th. And really the key difference here is even though the market, both the Nasdaq and the S&P, made new all-time, not all-time, new lows for the quarter, they made a lower high in volatility. And what this is a lower amount of fear in the market. You know, I've been traveling these last couple of days, and I've been going into hotels, and every one of them has CNN or Fox News talking about the war, how bad it's going, how many people are getting killed. They're just pushing this fear, but the real measure of fear, I believe, is in the VIX, and it is actually going down. In fact, when we got this dip on March the 8th, it was an even lower high on the VIX, less fear in the market, and that is what the markets rally from. And again, a little bit of price action analysis here on the VIX. From here to here, this little short-term rally, I posted this when it happened. It was very interesting to me. The VIX came to 33.18. That became resistance, and it triggered the rally in the market as fear decreased. A thing of beauty. And if this rally continues, we're going to go down on VIX. Market's going to go back up, and VIX is going to get back in the teens. So that is what I am seeing. And so I'm going to be, as I said, in recap, there's the main themes and strategies for this week. I'm going to be looking for some short hedges. Even if I take some losses on the shorts, I want to use them as tests. I want to throw out some bait to see if the shorts are going to hold off this major level in the market as it pulls back to this resistance level. With Bitcoin, I'm still watching it like a hawk. I know a lot of people have been asking me, when do I buy? When do I buy? Well, if you really can't wait, just make sure that you size your risk accordingly. Like, for instance, if you bought it here at 41, you need to be okay with cutting it if it breaks to the low side of the consolidation, which is 31. So you almost have to give it about 10 grand. You almost have to give it about a 30% amount of risk. So that means if you go more than 3-to-1 leverage, you'll blow out your account. Don't do that. Don't use leverage in this, basically, because breakouts require a lot of risk. But I am still going to be patient, looking for spikes, looking for pullbacks at 50% retracements, and I will post them. So I'm going to recap and enjoy the evening with my friends with some dinner, and we'll see you in the weeks to come. So trade wisely. We'll see you in the next video.